So I was thinking about, okay, what can we talk about today as a family? And I said, all right, there we go. There it is right there. Look at the title of this article from Decrypt. Binance must provide names and trading history of the top 100 users in Nigeria. For what cause? What's the reason? What's the purpose as to why the Nigerian government wants Binance to give them the people with the top trading history on their platform? What's going on in Nigeria? This article talks about the demand arises while the Nigerian government is now in its third week of detaining two Binance senior executives. You know that you're doing a good cause when people detain you. You know you're hurting the other side when you're being detained for no cause, for no reason, for breaking no laws. You know you're hurting something. You're being damaged because you know the solution that you're bringing to a certain group of people is hurting the opposite side, to which they want those citizens to remain hurt. Is Binance giving the citizens of Nigeria a way out to use their fiat currency, the naira? Is that the reason why the Nigerian government is detaining these Binance executives? Is that the reason why the Nigerian government wants the names of the people with the top trading history, the top 100 users on their exchange, on Binance Exchange? Why do they want that? Are they going to cause more damage to the people who utilize Binance to skirt away from utilizing the Nigerian naira? If I'm pronouncing it right, I may be pronouncing it wrong, but you guys get what I'm saying. Don't hold that against me, because the English language is a bastardized language. Now, let's look at this. Nigeria has stepped up its scrutiny of global crypto exchange Binance by demanding the names and transaction history for the top 100 Nigerian users. According to a news report, they want the people. Who's been the one utilizing this exchange the most? Who is it? Because we want to know. Is it some of the most prominent people in Nigeria? Are they utilizing Binance to skirt around the hyperinflated Nigerian naira? Because apparently they want this information because their fiat currency is dwindling in value. So Binance is offering a solution to the people in Nigeria that they can actually skirt away from their hyperinflated currency called the naira. They can actually place it in something that's going up in value, that is appreciating, that is paired against another more powerful currency like the dollar, stable coins. Yeah, they could place their Nigerian naira in a digital currency called Tether, USDC, PayPal USD. Like, there's many stable coins that is paired against the US dollar that the Nigerian people can place their money into to make sure that they don't lose out on a whole lot of wealth or the devaluation of the Nigerian naira. They can do that with Binance being there. It's been 3 weeks now that the Nigerian government has detained two of Binance's senior executives. The government's actions underscore its intention to stabilize the naira, Nigeria's currency, which has been under significant pressure following recent devaluations. So their currency right now is devaluing. But devaluing against what currency? It must be against the US dollar. According to documents seen by the Financial Times, the Office of Nigeria's National Security Advisor is asking the exchange to resolve any outstanding tax liabilities. Yeah, right. Okay, that's what they're asking Binance to do. President Bola, however you pronounce that, you guys can see the word, Administration has said the rise of cryptocurrency platforms like Binance has presented a challenge. Oh, so the government of Nigeria is saying that the entrance of Binance, which is a cryptocurrency exchange, is causing problems. It's causing a huge challenge for the government of Nigeria. Why? Is in the next sentence, the next half of the sentence, offering alternative exchange rates for the naira and fueling speculation. Yeah, if you can get better rates, if you can place your money in something that is appreciating in value, why would you want to stay in a devaluing fiat currency? See, the Nigerian people now have options, and the government of Nigeria don't like it. So they're trying to hamper, trying to quell, trying to stop Binance from growing within Nigeria. So you have these individuals right here, Nadeem and Tigran, key figures in Binance African operations, remain detained without charges in the capital of Nigeria. Their detention, considered by some as a tactic to pressure Binance into compliance, has raised diplomatic tensions with the United Kingdom and the United States, the executive home countries. So these two individuals don't even live in Nigeria. Their home country is one, the United Kingdom, and the other is the United States. But they're being detained in Nigeria. Quote, while it is inappropriate for us to comment on the substance of the claims at this time, we can say that we are working collaboratively with Nigerian authorities to bring Nadeem and Tigran back home to their families. This is what Binance told the Financial Times in a statement. So they're trying to bring them home. How will they do that? Will there be some under the table transactions occurring? Will it even be revealed as to what type of transactions occur to bring these guys or women home? I don't know. They're men or women. I don't know. The situation highlights the complex dynamics at play as Nigeria navigates its economic challenges. Yeah, Nigeria is going through it right now. Take a look at this article from the AP. Nigeria's currency has fallen to a record low as inflation surges. Question: how did things get so bad? This article was produced February the 17th, 2024. Around the same time, apparently, that these senior executives got detained by the Nigerian government. Nigerians are facing one of the West African nation's worst economic crisis in years, triggered by surging inflation, the result of monetary policies that have pushed the currency to an all-time low against the dollar. The situation has provoked anger and protests across the country. If you want to see people get riled up, if you want to see people go ham on somebody, mess with their currency. Mess with that which they can transact with. Let it devalue. And you begin to see riots in the street. This is what's going on into the West African nation called Nigeria. People are protesting. They're mad. They're angry because what they have been forced to use, the naira, is losing value. So when you got somebody like Binance coming in and saying, hey, use that naira to buy these currencies to minimize your wealth depreciation. The latest government statistics released Thursday show the inflation rate in January rose to almost 30%. The inflation rate in Nigeria is around 30% in January, its highest since 1996, mainly driven by food and non-alcoholic beverages. Nigeria's currency, the naira, further plummeted to $1,524 to $1 on Friday. So it took 1,524 nairas to get just $1, reflecting a 230% loss of value in the last year. So you guys can see You guys can see if I can pull it up. The Nigerian naira right here. The inflation is still going up. Look at that. It's taking more of the Nigerian naira just to get $1. This is how massive that inflation rate is kicking in and devaluing the Nigerian naira, the currency there. That is why Binance is coming through, giving them options within the cryptocurrency sector. But apparently the government there don't want that to happen. Quote, "My family is now living one day at a time and trusting God," said trader Idris Ahmed, who sells at a clothing store in Nigeria's capital of Abuja, have declined from an average of $46 daily to just $16. The plummeting currency worsens an already bad situation, further eroding incomes and savings. It squeezes millions of Nigerians already struggling with hardship due to government reforms, including the removal of gas subsidies that resulted in gas prices tripling. People are there hurting. Binance is trying to come through and give them a solution, but the Nigerian government is detaining their senior executives, wanting them to give the top names and trading history in Nigeria, the top people there who's been utilizing Binance. Now, you can see that the situation in Nigeria is dismal. People are struggling, people are hurting. They're looking for a solution, and people will search out and find a solution. It will be in the best interest of the government to try to get those people a solution to their devaluing currency. Now, will they? I don't know. What do you think? What has history taught us regarding people, the governments, and their citizens when it comes to hyperinflation? What do the people do? What does the population do when they are faced with hardships, economic struggles? What do they do? And who's going to come to save them? Think about it. But when you look at the price action in Binance, the cryptocurrency that underscores Binance, the exchange, you guys can see the people in Nigeria can simply put money in the Binance exchange, buy some of their currency because the value is just going up. Binance is almost reaching all-time highs right now. So with the advent of decentralization of cryptocurrency, with the advent of the internet, people within Nigeria can now take some of their funds and place it on these exchanges. And there's a lot of options that people can buy currencies and see price appreciation. That's what they're getting. This is great news for the average individual. You are no longer strapped and bogged down with just using one currency. You now have options. So real quick, going to do an update price prediction into the market for Binance. We're going to look for the market to continue to be bullish. It is what it is. You guys can see it. This market is either breaking out further from our last trend. Now, I don't think that's going to sustain itself. Okay, I don't think that's going to sustain itself. But anyway, 18.34% there. Everybody out of the market now in Binance, that's 38.5%. This is what the people in Nigeria are looking for. They're looking for something that can keep their wealth and not lose it. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to increase these buying zones. We're going to get rid of this one. And then we look at this on 330-minute chart real quick. And then we're going to create another buy zone. Okay. So yeah, we're going to look for the market to continue to go up in Binance. Now, coming back to these highs back in 2021, we're going to go ahead and create a couple of sell zones. These are going to be our targets that we're going to look for the market in Binance to try to hit. Okay. So yeah, let's just do this area here. And then we're gonna do one more. Swing it back. So you guys can see we don't have too far to hit these all-time highs. We don't. So we're gonna want to see price in Binance hold our buy zone around $503, 502. Our targets are at both of these sell zones, either at the low or the high of this first sell zone. At the high is about almost 10%. And then either the second target is going to be at the second sell zone, either at the low or the high. At the high is 14% move higher. Okay, but this cryptocurrency is massively bullish right now. So at some point, you would expect us to see some downward pressure, which we may see that from the onset. Okay, so just give me your thoughts about the whole situation in Nigeria. Where do you think the price in Binance is going to go, even though senior executives are being detained in Nigeria? It kind of lets you know how dire the situation is. Just give me your thoughts. Make sure you maintain your profitability. And as always, trade different.